Hello everybody, welcome to the channel where we talk about stuff. I think over the next couple of years there's going to be a massive shift in the way that not only people live, but where people choose to live because of things based on taxation. We already see this now, but I believe wholeheartedly that a large number of people who are already in the cryptocurrency space over the next 5 years, and I even say less than 5 years, will probably be making so much money that they will be looking for new places to live, to basically not have to pay as many taxes. This is a very common thing. Even the very rich do it. Please, I say, for legal reasons, contact a lawyer and/or a specialist who will know about these things before you decide to pick up and leave and go somewhere else in the world, so that you do actually manage your normal tax obligations. And without further ado, it has to be said, you can't, live in a fantasy world. Let's jump right into it. I have a list of the countries around the world that have actually, when you cash out a crypto or you do anything with crypto, they're actually tax-free. And I can only imagine that someone's ears just perked up, because it's kind of the dream to even think of that actually happening. There are a couple of countries that have dropped off the list, but alas, here we are. Number one is Singapore. Singapore is known as a tax haven. It's one of the richer parts of the planet, if you will. Tax haven for businesses and everyday investors. Singapore apparently has no capital gains tax. This means that both selling and trading crypto incurs no taxes at all. I've heard an enormous amount about Singapore over the last couple of years. A lot of people are moving to Singapore. Apparently the what do you call it? Not the cost of living, the lifestyle, the safety index and stuff like that is apparently completely amazing, and this is why I think we're seeing so many people moving there. But when we start getting to the point where a number of people begin to make millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions from the cryptocurrency space, I assume Singapore will only continue to expand in popularity over the next couple of years. Number two is actually a surprise to me, but I think it kind of makes a lot of sense from the news that we've been getting over the last 3 to 4 months. Number two is Hong Kong. Hong Kong only if you are a high frequency trader, that is to say you are a day trader and you are trading 30, 40, 50 times per day, then that is considered something that is taxable. However, if you are not a high frequency trader and you cash out of your crypto, you are considered a normal investor. And apparently the other caveat is your crypto is then tax free if you cash out and the money doesn't come from Hong Kong. Right. The way that I understood that was that after looking around for a while, it appears that, let's say you live in Hong Kong, but you cash out from a cryptocurrency exchange that's based in the States or in France or maybe in Japan. The money is coming from somewhere else, and therefore it is then no longer considered to be a taxable event within Hong Kong. As far as the news that we've been hearing, Hong Kong over the last couple of weeks has very strongly announced that they want to be like the place in the world for people to go for cryptocurrency trading and for companies looking to start up in crypto. Whether this is actually going to happen, not really sure. I have my own reasons as to why I think that, but if they do, I assume they're also going to skyrocket in popularity as well, because the idea of 0% taxation, don't really have to spell it out. Number three on the list is Germany. They have a very interesting tax structure. When I was looking around these different countries as to how things are taxed, France and the US were actually some of the worst, if I can say that. France basically taxes you for everything, and every single action you do, every single movement you have, every time money is moved, there's also something taxable. The real estate situation also isn't very good as well with taxes as well. You have to wait about 20 years. Anyway, the point is, Germany, however, from what I have seen online, has a basic 1 year clause. The idea being assets that you hold within Germany, if you hold them for 366 days and then you sell them, they are then tax-free. This apparently goes for, I think it's gold and silver, it goes for crypto, it goes for art as well. And I think real estate, if you hold real estate, and you live in, so let's say you buy a flat, and you live inside of the flat for 3 years and then you sell it, I think that's also tax-free as well. Kind of completely insane. And I wonder why more companies actually haven't moved to Germany. Maybe they simply are, and I'm just not getting a memo for it on the other channel. But yeah, that's also a very, I've heard that's the term, the standard of living there is apparently very, very high. So yeah, they also have something for staking as well. Something along with staking is also tax-free. You're gonna have to Google that one. Something along the lines there, something with staking cryptocurrencies in Germany. There's also like a tax-free clause as well, which is just absolutely insane. It's a very smart country because they know how to drag money into their borders. Number 4 is Switzerland. No surprise there. There are no capital gains for individuals who do not mine or trade crypto professionally. That is to say, high frequency trading. I assume if you do one trade every 4 months, it is then tax-free. If you're doing it multiple times over the course of a month and or a day, therefore that's going to be taxed. Private investors pay no taxes for the sale of their personal assets. There's a couple of cities within Switzerland that actually allow you to pay for things completely in cryptocurrencies and in Bitcoin. And I guess when you have really good tax policies, it would make a lot of sense as to why so many people have moved to Switzerland, or why Switzerland is known as one of the richest places on the planet. Hear me out here. I always wonder why other countries don't do the exact same thing. I never understood why other countries didn't make more favorable tax policies that would allow everyone to basically live a better life. Maybe I haven't looked into all the exact numbers, but a lot of other countries that continue to do this or have favorable taxation rates tend to seem to be doing better than other places, but maybe I have to dig in a little bit more. Number 5 on the list is Malaysia. Crypto is tax-free for retail investors. There's that term again. There are professional and retail. We are normally considered retail. Professional would mean, you have a company. You are trading hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency all the time. The retail investors are people who throw in $50 here, throw in 500 there, maybe put in 2,000 over the course of a couple of months, and then they take money out usually at one time. If you're doing anything besides that, you're normally considered professional. If you do it on a random hobbied basis, you are then considered retail. It's the same exact thing for the stock market as well. This is because in Malaysia, crypto is considered an asset and is not considered legal tender. So as you cannot use Bitcoin legally as a tender within Malaysia, it is considered an asset, and therefore the sale of it from a retail investor is also tax-free. Isn't this insane to think that there are multiple places around the world that have kind of like figured it out? They know exactly how to entice people to move to their countries to be able to like live there. Like what's the, I saw a documentary before about people who were moving to Dubai, and it just kind of makes so much sense when I think they also have a 0% income tax rate. And there was a guy in one of the videos that I was watching, and he was basically explaining that he moved from London to Dubai, and the job that he was doing in Dubai was, of course, income tax free. And by the end of the year, he had saved so much money from not paying taxes. I think he was able to buy 2 studio apartments in Dubai, and he was like, I think I'll just keep doing this for the next couple of years. And I was like, that seems like a pretty good trade-off to you get more sun, you get more money, and then you get more property by the end of the year because you know that there are no taxes on anything that you made. So that's also something. And number 6 on the list is Malta. There are no taxes on long-term crypto holds. Most countries consider a long-term cryptocurrency hold or a long-term hold of an asset to be more than 1 year. And Malta considers Bitcoin to be a store, oh wow, that's interesting. Malta considers Bitcoin to be a store of value, and therefore it incurs no taxes when it is sold. The other country that fell off the list quite recently was Portugal. Portugal, for a good 4 or 5 years, was kind of the cryptocurrency tax haven, 0% taxes on cryptocurrencies. And I think also Portugal had a clause that said if you were not Portuguese and moved to Portugal, I believe for the first 10 years, you paid no taxes on your income. I believe that's what it was. But last year we got news that they were trying to shift their tax policies and were trying to charge a 10 to 15 or 20% tax for cryptocurrencies within Portugal. And I think a whole lot of people left and probably went to Germany or somewhere else that was also close by. I assume this has to do, my idea, the government probably saw a lot of people were making really good money and they were like, we want a piece of the pie as well. Also didn't make the top 6 list, but Puerto Rico is also there as well. I believe if you are a resident there, which is very easy to do if you already live in the United States and you move there, they also have a 0% tax policy for cryptocurrencies. So there are many options, many places for people to go. As always, please contact a professional to see if this move may be right for you, and make sure that you handle all prior taxation obligations before you decide to up and run to another country, because you don't want to get in trouble somewhere down the line. But I think we're going to I think we're going to see a very huge shift in where people live continuously as countries cater more to the rich and cater more to the idea that it's your money, therefore no taxation. And to be clear, a lot of these countries do have forms of taxation. Like, it's not just like a free-for-all. It's more of they tend to tax what you would call sins, if you will. So that's the puff puff, that's the glug glug and stuff like that, and other things that they have within the country. There's also usually higher taxes in these countries on automobiles and the actual purchase of a property. Some places normally would maybe have like an 8% of finality tax when you are buying a property, but these other countries may have like an 18% tax. So the money's coming from somewhere. Yeah. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. Let me know if I missed any countries. I feel like I missed maybe 1 or 2. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and/or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.